Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back. So, new series today. Some people are excited, some maybe not so excited. I don't know, nobody really commented saying that they weren't, but you know, I'm sure there was one person that was just like, dude, why would you do this? This one shot, it's terrible. Which I'm sure it isn't. And I'm sure nobody was even thinking that. But yes, we are starting a new series, The Call of Cthulhu, which is DM'd by Taliesin. God, I keep forgetting his name. Yeah, gonna be an interesting one. From what I understand, this is just a one-shot, so it's 4 hours long. So hopefully I'll just be able to make either like 4 episodes, or maybe I can muster 3 if I can manage to get enough, you know, content in each video. But yeah, gonna be a good one. I love Lovecraftian mythos. I don't know what it is, stuff about Cthulhu and Agathoth and all the guys in between. There's too many to freaking say. I mentioned it in the last video. I even put a list of all the different creatures on there, and there's just too many. All right, too many. But yes, Cthulhu is a personal favorite of mine. I don't know why, because the ocean freaks me the fuck out. I have thalassophobia like a bitch, and I don't even like go near the ocean, let alone like I've had dreams where I've just woke up and I'm just in the middle of the ocean. And I don't know if it's the creepiness of just looking out into the void and not being able to see anything that's around me. I don't know if it's the fact that barely any of the ocean's ever been explored, so God knows what's actually living down there, because I swear to God that there's more than just goldfish and sharks and whales and other shit. There are creatures of the night, okay? And I don't mean down in like the dark part of the sea. I don't mean like the low part with anglerfish and that weird blob creature. I don't know what that is, but that thing got the back end of the evolutionary stick. But yeah, I don't trust the ocean. Not one bit. Not at all. Cthulhu could be real. He could be down there, and it creeps me the fuck out. But with that being said, I can't help but look at that stuff like that. I don't know what it is that attracts you to the things that freak you out and make you feel uncomfortable. But like, if a thalassophobia test ever like pops up or something, I like to do them just to freak myself out and see how far I can push myself. And, you know, seeing like Cthulhu under the water or just like coming out of like the clouds in the water, it just creeps me out, man. Everything about it, so goddamn creepy. Which is what brought us here today. I saw the fact that that Taliesin did a Cthulhu-based one-shot, and I don't know if all of the D&D stats and what have you are the same. I don't think they are, because again, I don't know anything about this one-shot, but I'm assuming it's not going to be like intelligence, dexterity, and things like that. Maybe it's going to be like other stats, possibly. I don't know, because I don't know what realm this is based in, which is where the fun comes from, I guess. You guys will obviously let me know, because the ones that have seen this have given a glowing review and said how great it is. So I'm really, really excited to get into it. From what I know, Travis, Liam, and I think Marisha are all in this. And then there's a couple of others that I've never seen before. So I'm excited to meet those guys and see how they play the game. But without further ado, let's get on with it, man. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are as well. Let's go. All right, let's go. Call of Cthulhu.
Good evening, children, and welcome to Call of Cthulhu, Shadow of the Crystal
Oh, it's got such a manly voice.
We'll be getting into that vibe in a little bit. In the meantime, I'm Taliesin Chaffee.
Such a strange name
for the evening.
I love it.
This is possibly your first time watching this game or playing it, and it's almost mine too. It's certainly my first time running it, so be gentle.
I would be gentle.
Really
the internet is not so gentle though.
This one shot has been developed with our friends at Chaosium, the people who make Call of Cthulhu. It's a fun game. It's a very different vibe from your normal Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm looking forward to showing you what you can do with it.
Oh, so Call of Cthulhu is an actual game like based off of another like property that's doing it in another company. I didn't realize that. I thought he just came up with this off the fly. No, never mind. So I assume is there a whole universe based on the Cthulhu mythos and the whole Lovecraftian mythos? Because I may have to get into that if there is one.
For those of you who don't know, Call of Cthulhu is the classic horror role-playing game where players take on the role of journalists, academics, detectives, any of the kind of pulp adventuring archetypes to investigate terrors of all sorts. We'll have a special one tonight. Our story tonight has a soft connection. Do I have it somewhere here? I believe I put it here, all the way over here, to their new Call of Cthulhu starter set.
Nice. Oh, I may have to get this.
It's the perfect gateway product for anyone interested in Cthulhu but not sure where to start. When they threw this at us, they were asking if we wanted to run it, and then we were of the opinion that we didn't want to spoil it for you. So this game is a subtle prequel that you can either incorporate into your version of the game or ignore and do something else interesting. Either way, depends on how things go. I have no idea. The starter set gives you
I love it. He seems like he's so nervous to run it, bless him. And rightfully so, I would also be shitting myself if I had to run a game for the first time. I don't know how well it would go, and I'm fairly certain I would have a stack of notes this high to like any subtle thing, like, oh, right, okay, so he moved the pebble to the left 3 tiles. Remember that one, that could become important. You know, the wizard could trip and fall and break his neck on that bad boy. I would be like everything that would happen. I'd have stacks of papers just reminding me of what's happened in the game.
Rules and some starter adventures and ready-to-play game characters and some usable dice and prop handouts. We'll be talking about prop handouts in a minute. And you can go pick up the starter set right now and use the code Critical Role.
Wait 1 second. 2 seconds, just.
And you can go pick up the starter set right now.
God, look at his hand. Bless him. When he lifts up his hand,
you can go pick up the starter
it looks like it's proper shaking.
And use the code Critical Role when you check out to get 10% off your entire order.
Good to know that even versatile,
and I will spell that for the uninitiated, CTHULHU right now to check it out, and don't forget to use the code word when you check out.
Versatile voice actors and
lovely collection of investigators,
veteran voice actors still get this nervous when they've got to do something out of their comfort zone.
Everyone from our own Marisha Ray, Erica Ishii, Phil Lamar, Travis Willingham, Ashley.
Yeah, so there's only 3 of those that I don't recognize. 3 that I do, 3 that I don't.
I'll allow you just that.
I just got the one out.
I love the way they're dressed as well. So elegant.
Liam O'Brien will be joining us.
Hello, darling.
Hello. I'm so happy everyone dressed up. Part of the fun of this game, and I'm gonna lay out a little bit of what I like about this game before we start playing, so that people know what to expect, is that it's a little less heroic than what you're used to in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a little less of the killing of dragons and a little bit more of running for your bloody life.
I love that.
Poor Travis. I picked you especially for this.
Yeah, I hear Travis is a massive scaredy cat.
Heavy game, and I've gotten to develop a whole bunch of really exciting and interesting props that none of these players are ever going to find, because they're going to just go completely off the rails. I know.
I love prop comedy.
This is the absence of prop comedy. I don't know what that is.
Rule of 3s.
Or the roll of 3s.
The roll of 3s, nice.
Disadvantage. A couple other things to what else do I want to cover? So there will be some interesting props, hopefully, that we'll get to show off and how that relates to the game and makes the game a lot of fun. I also want to just put out for anybody who is interested in the genre. I'm a big fan of cosmic horror. I love
Me too, dude.
Horror.
Me too.
One of my favorite memories was walking home from the movie In the Mouth of Madness, which, if you've never seen, the idea of walking home in a mist without another living human being there
the hell?
nearly gave me a heart attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. I've never seen that movie before, but it did just remind me of The Mist, the movie, which also captures my attention, because I don't know what it is about, like, huge kaiju-like creatures and creatures that you can't see and everything, but it interests me so much. It's that, because obviously you've got the huge creature at the end that you see walking over, and it's just so creepy the way it looks. Like I said, Cthulhu, when you see him like in, like, either in the ocean or in like mist in the background. And there's also what's that other movie called? Cloverfield, where, you know, that huge ass creature's head just like pops out and just, I don't know if it bites something. It does something, but it's just there. then you've got like the other Cloverfield movies, which are, I think, in like different multiverses or some shit like that. I can't remember what it is. It's all like the same creatures, but a different world or something like that. I saw a video on it one time, alright. I can't remember.
And the high wire balancing act between the scale and fragility of the human experience set against a hostile world has always been my like adrenaline candy. And before we begin, it's worth noting that the man behind the name most associated with this genre was a problematic mess even by the standards of his time. But it is a big genre with lots of big things happening in it right now and many voices doing really important work that is going to be heavy and terrifying and great. And I'm excited to show what you can do with these tools so that you can join the nightmare choir of the never living and maybe make the story a little less about him and a little bit about you and what scares you.
Everything scares me.
It's gonna be fun. So, I suppose unless anybody else has anything they want to say before we begin.
Can I leave?
Can I be excused?
I've hidden your keys. Your wife knows to lock the door.
She wished me goodbye just a second ago and text. I didn't know what it was.
It was certainly someone who looked like her. It could have been anybody.
Don't do this, Taliesin. Why are you doing this?
I love you all. I'm getting it out of my system now because we're going to start
Are
light.
you? Are you getting out of your system or are you just getting started?
I'm getting a taste for it. It's like tasting human
This
flesh.
is the warm-up.
Without further ado, my wonderful investigators, I will be your keeper tonight, and we will be having a critical role journey into Call of Cthulhu and a little story I have called Shadow of the Crystal Palace.
Sorry. Should we watch this? Of course we're going to watch this. Alexandra Elise O'Neill. I love the effort that goes in. It's just a simple one-shot. Hanako Hayashi. I love it. Dr. Mason Pocket. Captain Bentley Badger. Nice name. Ida Codswell. Gara. Septimus Goodfellow. What a name. Septimus. Ah, I love it. The Keeper of Arcane Lore. Crazy name, Taliesin Jaffe, though. I know I keep saying it, but I've never heard. Is that his actual real name? Because I've never heard that before in my life. I love it. There's so much effort. I love it.
It was a lovely October evening. It's a beautiful night, and all of you have elected, for reasons that are going to become obvious, to attend the first meeting of the year of the National Cat Club at the Crystal Palace. The National Cat Club is very trendy, but it is open to an awful lot of different social standings, so it tends to be a bit of a mix. People are titled and fluent there, but plenty of you have enough social capital to go in, and all of you have cats entered in the cat show.
Wait. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but doesn't Travis, does Travis not like hate cats or something? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Maybe I could be thinking of Sal from Impractical Jokers, to be honest with you. I don't know how I get those two mixed up, but yeah, isn't someone on the table not a fan of cats?
The cat show opens to the public in 15 days. But in the meantime, they were just going over some new business, old business, and otherwise. Jonathan Lansky, the minute keeper for the Cat Club, is going over some of the news of the day. Mr. Harrison Weir has resigned his seat as judge for this year's cat show.
I love it.
An institution founded by Mr. Weir himself more than 20 years ago. If we count rabbits, pigeons, poultry, and other domesticated creatures, Mr. Harrison Weir has spent over 40 years as a fancier judge. In a letter to Poultry Magazine, he has explained that he has given up his cat show judgeship due to some differences between the manager and himself regarding classes and schedules of prizes. Mr. Weir considered that out of fairness to exhibitors who incur so much expense and risk in forwarding their pets to these shows, the number of classes should be increased. His judgeship on the Fruit Committee of the Royal Agricultural Society is the only position of this kind of which Mr. Weir means to retain. It is necessary in this company to say that cat lovers and cat exhibitors across the country regret Mr. Weir's decision. With over 600 breeds to be displayed as this remarkable speech moves forward, all of you feel a tap on the shoulder to a young man well-dressed with bushy blonde hair that many of you recognize as Mr. Rupert Merriweather, as he slowly pulls you into a side room to meet him just off the corridor. I imagine no one really wants to stay to hear the end of this speech. I think
I'm going to be here for the next 4 hours.
I have a recording you can put on a...
I'll be right back.
I have 4 pages of it.
Have we already parted with our own personal cats at this point?
Oh, yes. They are already being housed at the exhibit.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame.
He motions for all of you to go meet him in this side room.
Can I say for the record that my cat is actually just a rat that I attached cat ears to?
That's perfect. So
Very
good.
large
You might have been able to get away with it, to be magnificently frank. You would...
It's so exotic.
I know, it must be a new species, I'm not sure.
Siamese just became very popular in recent years, so they really, I mean, like, anything is game.
Those hairless.
Yeah, it's one of those hairless cats. Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Love every minute of this. You are taken aside into a small, what just appears to be sitting room, a adjunct office to this main room that they're having the meeting in.
We are all together.
All together, all 6 of you,
Well,
and Mr. Merriweather. Well, I am just pleased as punch. All of you who were willing to go through with this, what could be slightly dangerous and definitely mildly criminal forwarding. None of you, I assume, know each other. I'm almost certain none of you have ever met. So for the sake of introductions, let me begin. As most of you know, I am Mr.
Hey,
Merriweather.
so we're getting other characters now.
I'm funding this project. All of you have agreed to terms and stipulations of what's coming forward. And
Liam's so
things
in
have already been put
character. I
motion.
love it.
Now, I am hoping to retrieve a small casket, which several of you have a reasonable description of, from the Crystal Palace outside us. Now, of course, normally, on a normal day, the Crystal Palace, which is a huge building, would be open to the public and bristling with people. But thanks to the evening and the fact that all of you had cats, that we could enter into this show, we may be able to walk around unencumbered tonight. There's a minimal security as long as you don't go into the upper floors and stay only into the wing that is currently closed off due to the cat show. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out where they're unpacking and unboxing things. Somewhere amongst all of that, our friend Dr. Pocket here has moved the casket in question into the Crystal Palace. We will be able, sadly, we don't know where in the exhibit it's currently being stored. We weren't capable of having that much control over the situation.
So Dr. Pocket has been in contact with the casket and knows its appearance already?
Sadly, as far as I understand, Dr. Pocket simply did the paperwork.
Oh, I misunderstood.
I was not in possession of the casket, as neither has been Mr. Merriweather.
But you have details?
Bills of lading, mostly.
Okay. Well, what's in it?
Well, that is a question, isn't it? It is approximately 2 feet long, about another third meter high, and it's you guys use meters. That's right. I have to keep remembering. And it is apparently some possibly Egyptian in derivative. We're not really entirely sure, but it is classified as Egyptian as an Egyptian antiquity. I have obvious need of this, and you have all been paid, or at least compensated very well for your time here, and all of your skills have been, you've all been hand-selected for your skills. The hope is you will have time to go into the Crystal Palace, find the casket, and return to this room where you...
Sorry, I don't know what the constant pensive look that Liam is giving to Taliesin every time he speaks is fucking great. I'm just trying to like butt in when I can. Obviously, this is all just setting up the story, and there's not really much to say right now. But yeah, I just find it funny. He's the stroking of the chin, the turning of the face, the eyebrow, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You will meet me, and or at the very least, my butler, Captain Badger, there will ferret it away to me as quickly as possible. Now,
So you will not be coming with us, Mr. Merriweather?
I am trying to keep a bit of a low profile in this one. There are plenty of people who already know that I am interested in this particular antique, and if I am publicly seen during this entire expedition, well then, the better that no one suspect that I have it.
Mr. Merriweather has many interests elsewhere. I assure you I will be here to assist you in any way that any of you might need.
How much time do we have?
Well, I would have said you only have 2 hours, but at the speed at which this meeting is going, I think 4 to 5 is a far more likely proposition.
In need of additional time, is there anyone who could potentially stall?
I don't necessarily think it'll be necessary with the oratoria prowess of Mr. Lansky, but just in case, I have some contingencies if things go wrong, and I will be waiting for your signal. In the meantime, I recommend, the very least, that you all take a second to familiarize yourself with each other, and I would imagine the first order of business will probably be trying to figure out how to get the lights on in the North Hall where we're going to be.
I've got that handled. No worries there.
Oh, why don't you start?
I'm Ida. Pleased to make all of your acquaintances. I'm an engineer. And that's about all you need to know
Electrical
about me.
engineer and inventor. Very nice.
Short to the point, I like it.
I know you.
Do you?
Mr. Conan Doyle says such wonderful things.
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn, but if Mr. Conan Doyle will, I can't forbid him. I'm here as a bit of a security measure, although not in the way some of you might think. The item in question is old and wrapped in mystery, and I am here to make sure that we are safe from threats on the other side.
Do you believe it is haunted, then?
Oh, God.
Few things in this world are not somewhat haunted. This, I believe, is very.
Mr. Septimus, I believe you do like to toot your own horn.
Haunted.
No,
Well, it's either haunted or it's well, I mean, he's a celebrity spiritualist, so of course, you know, a spiritualist kind of talks for itself as to what he does. But I don't know if there's going to be any ghosts and ghouls and monsters in this. Obviously, with the name Call of Cthulhu, obviously Cthulhu, I assume, is probably going to show up at some point, or there's going to be some mystery surrounding it. Maybe this box that they're going to see has something to do with him in it. I mean, he'll obviously not be in the box. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of Cthulhu. I don't know if he can change his size or anything, but the dude is fucking huge. He's like 100 meters tall, if not more. I have no idea, but yeah, he's absolutely insanely tall. And also, the only other thing I really know about Cthulhu is you can't really look at him and stare at him because you go insane. Like, insanity is kind of his thing. Like, you look at him for too long and your mind just starts to break. So, you know, I'm sure that'll be fun to explain.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
I assure you, all of you are the top in your field. And of course, Mr. Goodfellow, Mr. Septimus Goodfellow is the top in his, and I've spared no expense. I don't expect anything like anything particularly unusual to happen.
Again, top tier name though.
Things in heaven and earth, etc., etc. And it never hurts to be prepared. And I've always a big believer in being prepared, and I'm willing to spend on it. Ms. Codswell, as well, is the finest that you can that you could hope for in this direction. No matter how the electric lighting in this building is put together, I am assured she will be able to figure out how it functions and to get it running lickety-split.
Tony Stark meet Doctor Strange.
I love it.
And while I'm sure that everyone at least has a mild idea of who you are, Miss Hayashi.
Yes. Hanako, or Hana, if you will. My parents are the Countess and Count. What?
Oh, no, I'm so enamored. We very rarely have the ability to socialize with such esteemed guests.
Oh, thank you, Taicho-sama. My parents are very well known in the scene here. And my mother very much has her little tea parties. They're diplomats, and, you know, I'm well known at all the parties, and I've actually been curious when you'll attend one yourself.
Oh, well, I just have to get to that side of the continent. It is good to see you again, though.
So those two know each
Back on the
other.
way to London, Miss O'Neill. So.
Oh, thank you. Where's this from?
Oh, I got this from the Dalai Lama himself, my darling.
The Dalai Lama?
I have been quite busy.
Traveling
What does she do?
Yes, I am...
Oh, it's world travel and smuggler.
I'm a bon vivant, bit of an adventurer, self-proclaimed, I guess. But it works.
So you're here for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Yes.
And you're here to grease the wheels?
That's a lark. We're going to have a bit of a laugh, then, aren't we?
I assure you, Miss Hayashi has many, many skills which will come into play when necessary, but everyone has been selected for their capabilities. Miss O'Neill, as well, as quite a bit of experience with antiquities and otherwise, and it's good to have a couple people who know what they're looking for. It's going to be a bit odd in there. There's a lot being worked on. Most of the exhibits are in total disarray. It's going to be confusing, and there are, I'm told, hundreds of cats as well, so there might be a bit of a sound and a smell.
Absolutely beautiful.
I should also say none of this would be possible without Dr. Mason Pocket. Thank you so much for agreeing to fudge a bit of paperwork on our
It is what I'm here for, my friend.
It's supposed to remain between us, Mr. Merriweather, but we're all mates here.
British Museum Antiquities
Yes. And I am very
Archivist.
honored to be in such esteemed company. And I'm merely a antiquities archivist, not famous and world-traveling adventurers, beautiful exotic people. But if after we're...
You're a charmer, though. Clearly.
Thank you very much. And, you know, if after we've finished in a couple of hours, if anyone would like some light reading, I have copies of my pamphlet, The Sacred Nightmare of the Ancients. It's a piece I've worked on. It is really my life's work, and I believe the Countess would really enjoy reading it. And
Is it a work of fiction? Or?
It is most assuredly not. I have read it, and I'm looking forward to further funding your endeavors in this study. I think that there's a lot of interesting research to be done.
I've actually read it as well. I think you sell yourself short.
I thank you very much, Lisa
The
Neal.
words out of my mouth. You're writing about shadows. It's fascinating.
Yes, the Vashta Narada.
It is only
Those little
the
bastards.
Captain, you look a little green around the gills.
No, shadows. I may be the one unbeliever in the group.
You're not the only one.
Yes, more rational minds, yes. No, as far as antiquities are concerned, we certainly have redundancies between the good doctor and Alexandra. Mr. Merriweather was clever enough to make sure that we were covered in that area, so we will be more than adept up to the task.
Shall we get the lights on?
Let's do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good luck, Godspeed, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Rupert.
Yes.
Where shall we meet you when we return?
Oh, right back here.
Perfect.
If you would just make your way back to these, to the royal suites, then everything should be tip-top.
And we're heading to the North Hall.
How do you think your cat will fare in the contest today?
It's a rat with...
Faith in Kevin.
Kevin!
What a unique name.
Thank you.
Kevin shall have to meet Bathsheba later today.
Oh, that would be delightful.
Once we're done with the job.
Kevin.
Play date.
Kevin? Should have called her Thad Castle. Come on, it's such a cooler name than Kevin. Kevin Castle, Thad Castle.
Easy.
So,
Let's capitalize on that opportunity. Should we all name our cats real quick?
Come
I
on.
think that's a lovely idea.
I think Nefertiti will actually place very
Nefertiti,
well.
love it.
She is
That's it.
brought over from India. She is quite the sight.
Nyan is a great
Nyan, of
Persian,
course.
white and fluffy, and very well bred.
Io is a tabby.
Io.
Io. It's spelled I-O.
Wonderful.
Like the cow.
The lover of Zeus.
Yes, mine is Achu. I found it right outside. It is in with a bit of cheese.
You're not really a cat person, are you, Captain?
What gave it away?
You're a bit nervous, aren't you?
No, of course not.
I love cats.
By your side the entire way.
And why would a non-believer
It wouldn't scratch my
have
face
reason
off.
to be nervous?
Exactly.
So we have Nefertiti, Nyan, Io, Achu, Kevin, and Bathsheba. Yes. Care to place a wager? I'm feeling very confident.
Oh, I'm going with Kevin on this one. Kevin's the winner for sure.
I've just gotten paid. Thank you.
Money on delivery.
Good.
I'm so confident I will place 10% of my earnings for this job on the line.
I might as well start a book. 10% from Septimus. Okay.
I will call.
This isn't poker, but okay, I love
This is
it.
going to become a cat fancy sim so quickly.
Isn't it? That's why I agreed to this.
It's going to be my next game, Call of Cthulhu Cat Fancy.
I was gonna say, like, the beginning, the first 25 minutes of this has basically been setting up the fact that they are in fact in like a cat competition, and that's being like the main thing. There's cats. Oh, also by the way, this is boxing. I need you to steal. I need you to get this. But cats, though, am I right? Let's name the cats. Let's talk about the cats and also the rat with the ears. Kevin, what a name.
You knew what this was when you did it.
I didn't really think about it, and then earlier Brittany went cats, and I was like, oh no, what have I done?
I know, we're just going to go to the cat room and we're just going to hang out there the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, with this many cats, what room is not the cat room?
20.
20%.
My
Goodness.
Very confident in your cat room.
You know.
I shall meet it.
Good lord.
Good lord.
It's rich for my blood. The British Museum does not pay quite that well. But thanks to Mr. Merriweather's generosity, I shall join at 10%.
Sounds lovely.
I like to keep my money.
It comes from mythology.
Yes, well, with the champion blood running through Achu's veins, I will abstain.
You better hope that there's no flies about, though. That's a little mythology joke for you.
Exactly. What?
I'm so pleased.
All right.
Let's see about those lights, then.
Down the North Hall?
So, as you make your way into the next room, you step into a massive steel and glass pavilion, 2 stories tall, like stepping into the greenhouse of giants. There's almost a sense of vertigo to the sheer amount of space. In front of you, you see many, many yards forward, the beginning of the bazaar stalls where people are selling odds and ends and wares. Past that, the more crystal walls have been set up that shape in the individual exhibits. You're not sure which ones are beyond that. To your right and ahead of you is a giant 3-tiered fountain indoors with water just careening down it in 3 directions. It's a special system. They even had to develop a special water tower just to get this amount of pressure to create these fountains. It's quite a sight and makes quite a noise.
Ah, perfect for espionage.
So far forward and to your right is the main entrance to this wing of the Crystal Palace. It is very dark, and there are smaller rooms to your left against the wall. But it is a little disorienting. There's moonlight, but it's very dim.
Do I get a sense of where I need to go to turn on the lights? Or can I make the first roll of the
Why don't you?
Make an insight check, baby.
Get the things so I know what I'm doing.
Actually, I don't even know. I mean, I assume insight's just like a general thing for D&D, but like I say, I don't know.
Make a. I'll give you something fun.
Give me something fun.
I don't know the different types of attributes that they have.
Where's something fun? I know I'm doing this a little slowly because I have not looked.
That's all right.
Do an electrical repair roll.
Oh, that is
just
more
to see
fun.
if you can
An
see where the wires are
electrical
running to.
repair roll. Look at that.
Oh, I feel it so hard.
You found that real hard.
But
I mean,
So
first roll's going well then.
How can you not see where the wires are going?
So
I'm
to be,
wondering how I could push.
it is a bit chaotic in here. There's a lot going on. Despite the glass walls, there's also so many stalls and so many shadows moving against the walls. It's hard to see what's what.
There's 1,000 lines in here, and they're all shadow.
Perhaps, perhaps. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Does anyone have a light source that's not too, attention grabbing? I just need a
Lantern.
Is a lantern not a bit?
Have a lantern?
I always keep one on me. I'm an adventurer.
Of course.
Comedy.
I'm assuming I can pull this out now, right?
No, you
It was
actually
sitting
can't.
next to me.
Where were you keeping
But it's over there.
So,
I was gonna say, where did you just pull out a dress? Like, where did it come from?
Gentlemen never ask, and the lady never tells.
Women and their
So is the coat check next to the lantern check?
you could try and find a coat check.
Is that where lantern
Where
would be?
I checked my lantern.
No, a coat check would be near an entrance. It only serves to reason that
sound like
perhaps
there's-
an entrance would also have access to light.
This place is abandoned where we are, this part of the...
You don't
Crystal
see or
Palace.
hear anybody.
Yes, could we look for a coat check somewhere where there's a reception area?
So you can follow the wall to the left or the wall to the right.
The right goes to the main entrance, but that's probably busy with people.
Ugh, people.
Smaller rooms over here.
I agree.
Disgusting.
So which way are we going?
To the left.
Well done.
Take it back now, y'all.
To your left, you find past a small open corridor and a set of stairs that look a little precarious. There is a small guard post. There's a little guard post.
Is there a guard at the guard post?
There is a guard at the guard
Oh,
post.
we're gonna have to knock him out.
Roll everyone to roll a stealth check.
To the left, everything in the guard post to the left.
I passed that one, thank Christ.
Roll die.
So you're running
Don't take the diplomatic route. Kill them all.
underneath your
So
stealth.
everyone's rolling percentiles and attempting to roll below their percentiles.
Single percent.
I have failed.
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, I'm
Not
sorry.
badly.
So you failed.
So
Of
you want
course.
to be lower than your number, and if you're not lower than your number, then you fail.
Which number?
Your stealth should be on the final column of the investigator skills.
40.
I rolled 40.
Okay, so these two jabronis failed.
2 fails, 3 fails,
Jabroni.
success.
I feel like perhaps maybe the entire party doesn't need to do this sometimes.
Sometimes it won't be the entire party. This time it's the entire
Yes,
party
you're
because
right.
you all just Scooby-Dooed into this.
Yes, we do.
If you don't have a number, then it's just 10%. It'll just be that.
Oh, it's actually right here.
Yeah.
Same as mine.
Can I sort of tiptoe past,
Yeah,
since I'm the only one that seemed to have succeeded?
Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay.
You are probably hiding behind the larger members of the group. You can certainly duck behind so that that the guard doesn't see you, but he does see the rest of you.
You're gonna have to talk your way out of this one.
What's all this then? What's all this?
My dear
One military
sir.
man to another.
Yeah.
My dear sir.
Yes.
My friend here has something of hers that she's left in the coat room.
Yes.
Where might she find it?
Oh, how did you leave something in the coat room?
And
Does it
is
mean?
there anywhere else to get more champagne?
Oh, there's the cat show going on, right?
Yes, we all have cats.
Fuck, I hate cats. You know that, right?
Something to settle the nerves.
Oh, right. So, when did you leave your coat? Was it today or was it yesterday? Was it?
It was earlier today, and I just got so wrapped up in the chaos. I'm not sure where I left it.
Hold on. It would probably be right here. Let's see. Don't have a coat here. Let's.
Can I keep an eye out behind us for anything weird? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can you?
Since I am not being seen by the guard, can I keep an eye out from behind us of anything weird?
Nothing weird so far.
Okay, great.
And while he's searching, can I look to see if he has a light source?
He does.
How close?
I mean, I don't think you'd be able to get past him to get to it, but it's there
Okay.
because he's working by it.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Lamp.
Where's the candle?
It's very specific. It's a very specific coat that.
Yes, it's
Well-
gray. It's got these scallops. I got it the last time that I went to Russia, and I would just hate
From
to
the Tsar
lose it.
himself.
Exactly.
Please, can you go back in the back and just check for us?
Oh, the back's quite far away. Let's.
Please.
I'll tell you what.
I'll even go with you, I will.
If it's not here, it's probably been moved to. Well, they wouldn't have moved it to the back storage because it's full of cats right now. So they probably have moved it over next to the electrical arcade.
Oh, where's that?
He has electrical, like, oh my god. Oh my god, let's go.
Oh, first cat convention.
Well, welcome, I suppose. Although it does terrible things to my allergies, I try and stay entirely away from that. It's been killing me all evening. It's not nice. But I'm not really supposed to leave the post.
We can go by ourselves.
We'll manage. It's all right. She can get another one the next time she's in Russia.
Yes, we'll just dip in, dip out.
Yes,
Won't
thank
even
you.
notice who
That seems fine. Let's.
Where did you say the electrical arcade is located?
Well, it's hard to. Hold on, I think I've got something for you here. Hold on one second. And he pulls out a map for you all of like the
layout of the
over
land.
there, and at some point I'll put it in the middle of the table so that you can all see it a little bit better. I can do a little "We Are Here" for you. And I want to show you on the map where the storage closet would be, where they would be holding the code if it's there.
That's what I meant, yes.
Let's attempt a charm roll.
Oh,
Me or her?
Liam. He could charm his way out of anything.
What's your charm?
I'm just realizing I'm not great at this.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Come on, Dora.
Oh, I actually succeeded. 30%.
He saw you eyeing the lantern.
Did he? Well, it's a beautiful answer.
You can take it. It's not. I assure you. You can take it with you as you head down there, just so you don't get trip over anything and I'll get in trouble.
And I suppose that's just a loss on the champagne, then, isn't it?
You're in the wrong area, my friend.
I say this with as much honesty and relative humility as I can. Do I look like the sort of person that they would tell where the champagne is hiding?
Right. Well,
You have an honest face. I'm sure they would have told you these things if it had been important.
Bless your ignorance, Jack. Anyway, so good luck to all of you, and just
Thank you.
try and get in.
I can use it now.
You're welcome.
Do we have money in this game?
You have a little bit of pocket change. You all have a little. Are
you trying to bribe him now?
Pocket change.
For Mr. Merriweather, I will give him a generous tip for his help.
Oh.
Wow. Thank you, sir. It's awfully kind of you.
Thank you.
And let me know if there's anything else you need, I suppose. And just don't make too much trouble, all right? You all.
What was your name again, sir?
It's that's right. I have my name's NPC. Is Mr. Wayland.
Nigel Peterson.
That's why the third. Joseph Wayland's the man at your service.
Mr. Wayland.
Yeah, please let me know if there's anything you need.
So it's going to be that one tiny little act of kindness that Travis just did that is going to save the game. Like later on down the line, they're going to get caught or something, and it's going to be like, yes, well, Joseph, he was the only one that was present there at the time. Did you see these gentlemen? And he's going to be like, no, I did not. All because he got a generous tip. Could you imagine? That'd be great.
And actually, do you want to grab it or should I grab it?
I can grab it if it's easier for you.
Your pants are more exciting than mine right now. Well, that's not true. My pants are exciting, just in the wrong way. Use your imagination.
God, it's like a ghost, Marisha.
You do.
So.
I feel like you should be haunting a house right now.
Christmas pass.
This is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Prop number 1, you have a map.
Hey.
Okay.
So.
Are we going to be able to see the map?
Down there, that's where you're entered into, right there.
That's what we just went into.
That's where you came from. Open corridor.
Hey, the map.
Is the guard post. And beyond that, right past the medieval court is where you would find the electrical arcade. So.
There we go. So, shall we head there?
Yes,
Let's go. We head there.
Excellent. So, walking past the surprisingly shoddy Byzantine exhibit that's been overtaken with crates. In fact, I will say, as you walk through the palace, it is seen better days, and maybe it's just because all of the exhibits are in a little bit of disrepair because they're setting up a new exhibit. But there's an age to the building. It's not holding its own as well as it should be. It's starting to show show around the edges. The places where it leaks from the rain are becoming apparent, especially in London.
And the only light we have in here.
Just Britain in general, really.
And the moonlight, because the walls and the ceiling are all translucent.
The crates.
Just for those that don't live in the UK or anything like that, live in. Oh, well, I'm not exactly going to say sunny USA because not everywhere in the USA is sunny. But last year for summer, we got 2 weeks of sun. That is it. 2 weeks of decent weather, where t-shirt weather, where you go out and you're like, ooh. It's a bit of a scorcher today, but is it really a scorcher, or is it just because we're not used to it? Why do you think we're all so pasty? If I shone this light on me properly, it's unholy. I'm as white as a sheet. If the light gleams off me the wrong way, I'm gonna blind somebody. Yes, everywhere in the UK has shoddy weather. 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks of sun, and then straight back the goddamn. It was raining. It was raining in the summer. God, what? June, July, August, it was raining. The fuck is that? What is that?
Byzantine court are they
ridiculous.
all old and dusty like the building, or does it look like there's anything that's been recently delivered?
Oh, many things look like they're recently delivered. Yeah, it's obviously they have just shoved things in every corner because cats are nightmarish.
And that's why we love you.
Yes, you said it.
This does not look like a well organized machine. This looks like a giant mess. But you do make your way past the medieval exhibit to the electrical arcade. It is a long corridor, heading up, of course, glass, and tables and tables and tables of machines and devices of every sort running into cables that go up into the ceiling, into what are obviously a series of what were once gas lamps, but have now been completely retrofitted, and a few interesting attempts at brand new devices. Hundreds of different designs of light bulbs, some of which obviously are not necessarily working. Different types of engines, steam engines, electrical generators of all sorts.
Could I roll something potentially to see where a particular piece of machinery is?
Of course.
That I might futz with.
Futz with. I love that. I love that saying.
Or if you want, you can use one of your science or electrical.
This will do electrical. Although fuck the other one.
What are you looking for, out of curiosity?
Something that my previous employer might have.
On switch.
I'll tell you what. Since you're looking for something Edison, and you would know what it looks like.
Roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it anyway.
All right. Yes, you do actually. Off into the corner on the far right table, you don't only just recognize something of Edison's, you recognize one of your designs.
Ooh.
That piece of shit.
I'm sorry?
Sorry? Nothing. Can I sort of surreptitiously start fucking with it?
You're going to walk over to it?
Yeah.
You definitely see. That it's there. What you see is a small portable Stirling engine using a gas displacement system of your design, with the name of a very particular person connected to it. There is a Jasper Stagwell's entry into the Crystal Palace.
Can I take my tools out and just
So you
Just
don't have
take it apart.
I don't
tools
have
at the
tools on me?
moment because you don't have any on you.
I didn't bring any.
It is small enough. It is rather small. In fact, actually, since we're staring at it, I'll tell you what. I mean, it is right here, to be fair.
You could totally just take that with you.
Fascinating.
What is that?
It's not a. I mean, yeah. So it is right there.
Is there something we should be concerned about?
Nothing.
Do you know that they invented an electrical device in Japan in 1776? Have you heard of it?
What is it?
It's called an elecator.
An Elecator.
An Elecator.
It
Yes.
sounds like a Pokemon.
A man named Genai Hiraga created it. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know about that, but I know about this. This was my design. And some asshole put his name on it. So
And what exactly does it do?
It's my question.
it produces electricity.
Really?
And he
Yes.
stole it from you?
Yes. So I punched him in the face.
Nice.
Anyway, let's get the lights on, shall we? Can I look about to see if there's anywhere
Hold
in
up the
here?
lantern and help her out.
Yep.
That lantern, she's obsessed with it.
Actually, no, it would be you because you would know what it looked like, unless you want to attempt to explain it. Is a electrical electrical repair
I
roll.
did remember reading about that. I enjoyed that story.
I failed again.
Gave
God
him quite
damn.
the
It's
bruising of that.
eluding you. There seems to be.
I'm upset. So I'm thinking straight.
I'm entirely thinking straight. If anybody else just wants to help out, possibly.
Is there anything I can do to assist you here?
I need to find what am I looking for? I'm looking for specifically?
It would probably be where like a point of contact with all the wire, like with like where there would be like a main switchboard system.
I'm looking for a switchboard.
While she's hunting about, I take a few steps forward and place fingers to my temple.
Oh, the spiritualist.
Hand out.
I see it.
I would like to attempt to sense any aura in this larger chamber.
I need...
Anything to worry about?
Roll an occult roll.
I feel it.
Yeah.
The ghost of a middle-aged man
Psychology?
died at sea. Find me the switchboard, please.
New game, who dis?
I know.
That is a success.
I think I've given you. You've got your room notes in there,
I thought as much.
Yeah, it'll be Actually, yeah, you didn't even need to roll that. That's in the room notes. Go ahead.
Are you well, Septimus?
I am well.
I'm getting a feeling.
We are not alone.
I sense it.
Quite a few of us here.
I was going to say the same.
Yes. I am alluding to a presence on the other side.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm looking for a box with lots of wires going into it. Can you find it?
Metal, wood.
Metal.
Yeah.
Of course, the
keep an eye out.
engineer, scientist-esque person would be the last person to, be a spiritualist and believe in that kind of stuff. Travis, of course, is just Travis, butler man. I love it.
To make sure we're not visited by...
Roll spot hidden.
I look to see if we've...
That's called spot hidden on here?
Fourth column on the right.
And I have to be lower then? I did not succeed on that.
Oh, it's a shame.
Can I look for
Something on the other side.
metal electrical box?
Yes.
Sure. Roll.
Too bad you're not Sarah in this one, huh, Travis?
There are a lot of wires running through this machine. There's a lot of
Seems to run on some form of electricity.
Yeah, you can make a spot hidden check or make a science check.
Both of those are shit.
Let me help you with this.
Spot hidden and where's science?
Can I also?
Or science.
Oh, don't do that one.
You can also suggest things, and I will tell you whether or not they'll work.
Oh, no, that's bad.
As good as me.
Shit the bed.
It's very dark and I'm
God.
so sorry.
So delighted.
I've seen many. Well, I've not seen many. I've seen many clips of games, and of course, one whole story in Exandria Limited Calamity. I have never seen them roll this bad consecutively as a team, as a unit. I don't know if it's always like this, and maybe in Exandria they just kind of got lucky at times, but them just trying to find this goddamn electrical box is just not going well at all. And it's fucking hilarious. I love it.
That you are all stuck trying to turn on a light switch.
Fuck.
Is this what it's about?
I'm keeping track to make sure that no one is following us.
Roll a stealth check.
Stealth check?
Stealth or survival, up to you.
And may I try to spot the box?
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
We'll spot the box. Ooh. Fail.
Everybody's failing.
below.
oh,
Looking for a damn light
No,
switch.
that's 100. Right.
if it's zero, if it's no, there is no because you can't get 106. So 00 is super low.
Yeah, exactly.
It occurs to you you've been here before.
he's trying so hard to just move the story on like
Light.
you know where it is. Just
You're
get
a
to the
little
goddamn light
distracted,
switch.
And I also think maybe perhaps you were taking the measure of some of those people around you.
It's a little intimidated, yes.
You can go ahead and lead everyone to the contraption about 5 meters down on the right.
I apologize. I haven't got my head on straight. I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's right down here.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
To be fair, it's a bit dizzying in here. Does anyone else feel that?
Absolutely.
Man was not meant to live within glass.
Agreed.
It's the refraction of the moonlight
Miss Cogswell,
It's
is this what
messing
you're
with
looking for?
my
Assume
vision.
it is. Yes, let me just get the lights on.
Just a moment. I'm sorry. I know we've been instructed to turn the lights on. This whole house of glass. Won't that give away what we're trying to do?
It's just this wing. Surely.
You can roll with advantage. Actually, this isn't even this. This is obvious enough that I think there wouldn't even be a roll for it. There are very obviously breaker switches to different chunks of the Crystal Palace, and it is pretty well marked that you can just turn on one chunk of them if you were so inclined.
Keep it in the darkness until we get to the wing that we need, right?
Right. Which I suppose is... We don't have a sense of where that is, do we?
Well, we wanted to go to the North Hall, right?
Well, this isn't.
Oh, the
We don't
entire
have a sense
thing.
of where the casket is? Or
No,
we don't?
somewhere in
But
there.
we do have a map, and one area says the Egyptian court. Suspicious.
Very
If I
suspicious.
break it would illuminate this entire section of this map.
Only one way to find out.
Great, good.
I say we do it.
Would vote for do it?
We've got the guard on our side.
Fair enough.
Maybe we want to
Uncertain
go room by
confidence?
room with the lantern first. Carefully.
Yeah, I feel like that might be smarter.
As you wish.
Sure.
We can always start with the Egyptian court. That seems to be the most obvious of plans.
And currently, are we closer to the outside of the medieval court? Or are we more in this direction?
Yeah, you're on the what would be the far side, so the French area right over there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the breaker's kind of like in the wall.
This
It
place
is.
is massive. Surely we can't all crowd around the lantern and get the whole thing.
The breaker runs the lights to an underground generator, from what you can glean, or you assume such. Make a.
Mega.
What would you
Mr.
want to
Maker.
roll to see if you I would even say roll an electrical repair roll, or if there's any other skill to just sort of examine this really quickly, see what you can.
I finally fucking passed it.
Yay!
Literally, just barely.
I'm so glad it's not me. It's so good to be on this side of that reality for once. What I will say is this. You definitely know that you can isolate the lights to this section of the Crystal Palace. You also can glean that the way that this is set up, as long as you have some sort of generator pushing through this thing, you should be able to get light through it. So like this system is pretty open, so it's like all you would have to do is roll it to the generator down below right now, and it would be this is just a nice push button solution to a light problem at the moment.
We'll also say that the farther in we go, my senses are heightening.
I genuinely can't tell if in this world he is actually a spiritualist and, knows they can convene with the other side, or if it's going to turn out later on down the line where he turns out he can't do any of that, and he's just fucking with everybody, and he's just a fraud. Which would be pretty funny, to be fair with you, but I don't know if they're going to go that route, or if he genuinely can just convene with the ghosts, and ghouls, and goblins of the other side of the mortal coil.
There are spirits all around us, and for the most part, here. I have no worries, but again, further in, I sense a change. So please, watch your steps.
Well, spirits don't like shadows. Spirits don't like shadows, right? So shall we just
Turn on the lights.
turn on the light?
Doctor.
I second Mr. Goodfellow.
And only out of curiosity, Septimus, what will these spirits do?
They cannot convene with us. They cannot.
Well, one can never predict.
They cannot
out
touch
here,
us.
I believe.
What have they done to
They are
you?
marking up.
They might look at
What
us.
have they done?
What have they done to you?
These.
Did they hurt you?
Good lord.
They have never hurt me. If one is open and willing, they wish to talk in their way.
I see. Ah, consider your words heeded, sir.
Okay,
Lights.
lights off.
Yes.
Lights.
Lights.
Flick.
The room illuminates brightly with electrical light. It is a brilliant, beautiful sight.
Your dirty cats go.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to say there's enough white noise from the fountains that you probably don't hear the cats go, what the fuck is happening? Also,
All right, that's the first part done. So, in typical D&D fashion, we have just spent 53 minutes getting introduced to characters, and in that time, they have managed to flip on a light switch. It's fucking awesome. I love this game so much. It's so stupid. If you roll badly, it can delay the game so much, which was put a lot of pressure on whoever's DMing, considering, you know, you've got a certain slotted time. Not so bad if you're just, you know, a normal person. But if you're Matt, Taliesin, Brennan, Abria, you know, any other like DM that has to do it or does it for a living and does it on like YouTube or does it on a stream, and you've only got like a slotted certain amount of time, especially if it's a one shot, you've got 4 hours to try and tell the story, introduce characters, introduce a small portion of a much bigger world, and you especially when it's your first time as well. So God, fucking props to him, because it must be nerve-wracking doing it. I don't know if he's just a shaker. It sounds a bit weird saying it that way, but I couldn't help but notice, like, every time like he's moving his hands are like shaking quite a lot, which, you know, being, you know, an actor in stuff myself, I know full well, being on stage and the nerves that you get before going on, whether it's, you know, voice acting, whether it's telling a story in front of class or in front of, you know, people, or like I said, going on stage in theater, which is like, out of everything for me personally, is the most nerve-wracking thing ever. Or, you know, even when you're just doing it on camera, it's not even too bad, because you're only doing a certain amount of scenes. You only need to remember a certain amount of the script. If you do, for whatever reason, make a mistake, you can, you know, they cut it and you can start again, to the annoyance, I'm sure, of the cinematographer and the director and everyone that's watching you, but you can do that. If you fuck up on stage, you know, unless you play it off really well, it's pretty goddamn obvious, and hopefully the actors and stuff that are with you just kind of go along with it and kind of get you out of your jam. Luckily, that's never happened to me. I have been on stage with awkward things happening when somebody else has forgot their line. When I was at uni, we did this play called Under Milkwood, which is like a sort of old poetry, like Welsh play, so it's really hard to follow. And there was a girl who, you know, she didn't barely bother to come to class. She didn't really care to do the work and stuff like that, because it wasn't what she wanted to do. She wanted to be in front of the camera, but this was obviously a part of the curriculum, and she ended up fucking up and completely forgetting her line, because on top of being in characters and doing certain things, we did the narrative as well. So a lot of the stuff got explained in, like I said, old Welsh poetry kind of language. If you've ever seen Under Milkwood, you probably know what I'm talking about. And yeah, she completely forgot what she was supposed to say and set up the scene for my other two actors, who, bless them, just kind of had to sit there, and she couldn't play it off, and she had no idea what to say, and she got halfway through a sentence and just completely stopped and just like sort of put her head down. And then, of course, the lighting guy and stuff didn't know what to do, because he was waiting for it to finish, and so it was like 10 seconds of just absolute silence until he switched the light on, which was going to be, you know, them continuing the scene. And it was the most awkward thing ever. I've had a couple of other situations like that, but oh my god, thank God. So, you know, like I say, like props to him. And getting nervous like that is completely normal. Unless, like I said, he shakes for another reason. Maybe I've got no idea. But yes, anyways, an interesting start. Obviously, like I said, the first hour or whatever is always going to be a lot slower than the rest of the show, because it's setting up the characters and the scene and the story as to what's going to happen. So hopefully in the next episode, or maybe the episode after that, it'll start to like really pick up, and we'll get to know what exactly they're doing, where are they going, why are they trying to get this artifact, and all the good stuff in between. And fuck the cats. I don't like cats. I'm with Travis on this one. So yes, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this little one-shot story that we're going to be watching together. And if you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.